Hey everybody. All right, today, if you'd flip the little screen for me. There we go. I got a helper today. Today, I have bought some local beeswax, and he melts it and puts it in these blocks, and he had cut on this one a little bit. And I'm going to melt it down and into smaller portions. And I didn't know if any of y'all might ever have that thing you got to do. And so we're going to try to do it together.
Sweet.
Sweet. I tried cutting it with a big old butcher knife. You can give that up. Just don't think about it. And so anyway, so we're going to take a stainless steel pot. And we're going, and it sits flat on the pot, and I think that you need one that sits flat on the pot because of the melt. You know, if it's just touching one corner, it'll take a whole lot longer to melt. So I wanted to make sure that it would sit flat on the bottom of the pot. And I'm gonna put it, and this thing's so big it won't fit in my double boiler, so give that up. But if you've got one that's big enough, I got my stainless steel spoon, and of course we're not going to be eating this beeswax. This is going to be beeswax for people to use for crafts or to put in soap. So of course I washed everything, but I'm not doing that spraying with alcohol and being super sanitary. And it would be so fun, and I'm going to order some. I'm going to get some of those cute little molds with the bee on it and everything. But for the moment, I'm going to put it in these little things, and I think that with the flexibility of these and the pop out ability, that it will pop right out of these whenever they get it home. And of course I'll test it and make sure. So I've got those to put it in for the moment, but little silicone molds that have the bee engraved in it, or maybe it says beeswax or who knows what, with a picture of the bee on it would be so much prettier. So anyway, so I'm going to turn my stove on medium and see how that does. I may have to cut that back down to low. And my son-in-law came by to see me. Y'all all know Michael. I couldn't have made it without him down here getting my shop going, could I?
No.
That's right. I couldn't get it done. We just wouldn't be here right now, would we?
Nope.
That's right.
That young, good-looking man like me.
He's my rescuer. He helped me build my bar. You helped me build my shelves. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, literally, there was nobody else available. That's right. Not joking. So anyway, and then your fifth cousin come to visit with you today.
How y'all doing out there today?
And introduce yourself.
My name is Marion Landiger, and I got a pretty little lady over here who don't want to be on TV. Her name's Ashley Fryer. It's my fiance, but she don't want to be on TV, so.
Oh man. So anyway, so I said, and Michael, I said, I'm fixed to do a YouTube video. I was like, can I be on the YouTube video? Can I be on the YouTube video? And what was you helping me with this morning?
Clean her lotion bottles.
Yes, we just made a big batch of body butter, and we put jojoba oil in it this time. And that's really expensive.
Sounds expensive.
And so anyway, he helped me with the alcohol, cleaning all the body butter off so the stickers will stick.
And so did my fifth cousin here.
Yeah, and
we might as well just say brothers. We grew up together.
Yeah. And so but in case, I know we're going to test this melting, but I wanted to tell you a couple other things just while I had you on the horn. And if you've been watching my episodes down here at the Cornerstone Market, I got one of these Smart Pay. It's a cordless phone. Now you can't call anybody, but it just calls the people,
Those are one of those dino phones.
Yeah, and it's great for farmers markets or vendors, anybody that needs to, and you don't want to leave your cell phone. And it's just like 1.5% or something is all they charge,
something like that,
and whatnot. And the guys come over today, and he's went to go get a hamburger. And then he's going to come back over here. And it's even awesome because the paper don't even feed. You just put the roll in and close it, and it does everything all by itself. But it's cordless, and it's rechargeable. Has the little stylus for them to sign their name. And I use it here in the shop because I don't have a landline. So you don't have to have a landline to run this thing. You don't have to have internet to run this thing. All you got to do is for it to be able to pick up its towers and they charge you $12 a month for this little booger. If you have a landline, then you don't have to pay that $12. You can plug it into a wall. We got customers. So anyway, so I wanted to let y'all guys know for farmers markets and stuff like this, this is cheaper in my opinion than the Square and the stuff you do on your phone. And you can call Mark at 256-627-6247, and that's 256-627-6247, and tell him that Kimberly at the Cornerstone Market sent you, so I get a kickback. I know, but you know, I can't help it. I mean, if I tell you about it and they have that, I might as well get that too, right? That's right. So anyway, I'm gonna use it to put the insulation in the roof back here because I ain't got none. And this summer, it is gonna be hot as blue blazes if I don't get insulation in there. So anyway, so if you would like one of these wonderful little things, it's real easy to do, and it comes like in a less than a week, and everything, and it's Smart Pay, and 256-627-6247. If you don't get him on the phone, leave him a message, but send him a text message. All right. So how's it going over there?
It's melting just a little bit. We got a little bit coming off the bottom.
Come on, I'll take you over there and let you see.
Maybe you can see it.
All right, back up a minute. Let's see. It looks like we're going to need to turn the temperature down.
I turn it up a little bit, just a little bit.
Now, see how it's steaming and bubbling, guys? Yeah. We got to melt this stuff slow. We don't want to burn it. So we're going to cut it down on low. And we're gonna melt it slow because that's what we got to do to make it right. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna turn that down on low so we know on the big eye, high, medium is not right. Low, because we don't want that smoking going on.
No, we don't need none of that.
No, we don't need none of that. All right, guys. I'll bring you back. Just stay with me now. All right, guys, I just flipped over the thing and you can see, so it looks like rotating the pot ever so often would be beneficial. So I flipped it over. I've got it on low to make sure we don't have any smoking going on. And we're still melting. And gosh, it smells awesome. That descented beeswax that you get in the stores or you buy, it ain't got nothing on this because you got that natural smell. Now, I know in some applications you might not want that natural smell, but I'm telling you, this stuff smells awesome. Okay, everybody, it's been on here for about an hour, and you can see that it's just slowly melting, but we're not getting no smoking or anything that would mean that the wax was getting damaged in any way. And the wax, it's better. Some people say, well, drain the wax off, but I say don't do that because it floating around in that wax, I think it helps it melt faster myself. And it is starting to get soft enough that I'm able to scrape off some pieces, and so I'm gonna work on that when I got two hands. All right, guys, if you can notice, we have just almost got this stuff whipped. And I would say that it has been about 2 hours that I have been heating this on low. And low seems to be perfect. We're not having any issues with degradation or anything on the wax. Everything's just perfect. And so since we've just got a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and get set up and pour some of it up. All right, everybody, just hang on. I'm gonna pour into the bowl. Oh God, this smells just like, oh, it is so heavenly. That's all I'm gonna say. It is so heavenly. And I left a little bit for that to float around in. And we've got to be fairly quick. Of course, wouldn't you know, I wouldn't have my lids on. Now, he told me that when he puts it in his molds, he sprays a little bit of olive oil non-stick spray on the mold that he uses, but I did not have that. And I really do believe he's doing those big old blocks. And so I believe that he will have less issues. Oh, and we can tell this is local. See, there was a little bitty speck of something in there, probably bee pollen. And I'm gonna just fill every one of them up to the line, because I think we need plenty of room for them to get their fingers in there to pop it out. Alright, now we'll have to get more to fill that one. I bet I'm going to need a couple more cups. Isn't that beautiful? It's just a beautiful, rich, natural honey color. Let me scrape this back into the pot so that it'll remelt and whatnot. And then I'll bring you back, but I want to get you up close and personal with these things. Isn't that the most beautiful color? God, I wish we had scratch and sniff. That is just gorgeous. And so people can use this for crafts, and they can also use this for making lip balm and stuff like that. Look how fast that stuff hardens. It has not been no time. And oh gosh, I didn't get out more cups. Hang on, guys. It couldn't be a Kimberly video if she didn't forget to go get something. All right. I sell these cups for $1 here at the shop. So some of them already had their lids on them. I think 3 will be enough. We'll see. Yeah, I think 2's going to do it. Nope. We'll put the as they say now see the reason I poured that up in there, see the little bits? When you get beeswax from a beekeeper, the bottom of the barrel, and look at there, I didn't even know I did that, will have a few dredges. And there's a little bit of that got in that one. So heating it up like this and separating it out caused me to be able to get the dredges out. And so these are all dredge free pretty much. And now you want to wait till these are, right now they're still warm. And you want to wait till they're completely cool, room temperature, not a bit of heat to them. You can space them out so they'll cool out better before you put the lid on them. And what happens if you put the lid on them too soon is steam will build here, and then that water will fall down on top of your wax. And same thing with lotion, body butter, anything like that. You always want to make sure it's completely room temperature before you put your lid on it and whatnot. So there they are. And I may even pop them out after they're room temperature and clean my containers and sell them in a plastic bag, so I don't have to charge them for the container. We'll just see. We'll see how pretty they come out and everything and whatnot. And so let's weigh one of these little boogers and see how much it weighs. So I'm turning it on with an empty container on it to tear out the weight of the container. And that weighs 5 pounds 9 ounces. Let's see if they're all about the same. 6 ounces. Yep, 6 ounces. So they're all about the same. 6.5. So there we go. All right, so I'll price those little boogers out and we'll have them for sale here at the market. All right, these are the cute little discs that popped out of those molds, and I decided to make them more efficient for the customer on purchasing for the price, and they will fit in one of these little sandwich bags. And so I'm going to put them in those and then put a bread tie on it like this. And then I have a label. I'll show you my label in a minute. And so at first it's sort of a light pale yellow and you can't do anything with them then. But once they get to the orange stage, and you see yellow and orange here, then, and I put them in the freezer for 10 minutes. That's what I did. Then you can take and separate them from the container, and there's where it's stuck. He just will not say. Let's get another one. I'm tired of fooling with that one. It may be that I need to leave them in the freezer longer. The others I just let sit out and turn orange, and then they popped out. I guess I'll just have to leave them in the freezer longer. They look like they'd pop out. I was like, oh yeah, I can get those out. But they're just still too soft. And but they're just still too attached. See right there? It just will not release. So let's put them back in the freezer. All right. Once you have a good orange from top to bottom, they come out. And there's a certain amount of shrinkage that occurs. And it looks like they come out even easier in the freezer. In the freezer, they're just popping right out now that they're the right hardness to separate from the molds. Here's one I tried to separate when it was in the yellow stage, like this, just to see. And as we can see, that don't work. Alright, so I've got some more wax. I don't think it'll take all these to fill it, but I'll lay them out. I got the camera running, Philippa.
That's fine.
Well, it looks like it's going to take all these molds, possibly. Yeah, I'm one mold shy. Oh, I didn't remove one. Yay. I'm gonna put that there. And there we go. That one is for me because it's got the dredge in it. You can see little pieces of this and that from the beehive. And so now we'll let all these finish chilling or cooling. And it is better. I guess it's just like cold processed soap. They shrink in the freezer and they're so much easier to get out and whatnot. So now we'll wrap all these up. Let me show you the mold. I mean the label I've come across. Ah, there it is. Aren't those absolutely adorable? Cornerstone Market, local Sand Mountain beeswax. Got my phone number and got my the ounce and the price. And so let's see what this looks like. And yes, guys, when you make products, you need to put your phone number on there for a customer service number. And so there it is. Let me see if you can see it good. Isn't that adorable? I'm excited to have these on my shelf and whatnot. And so I'm going to show you what I have come across. One more difficulty with this, so let me show you that. Alright, my problem is getting the wax off of the pots. And so I've been boiling water and using that layer by layer and trying to get the wax off these things. I even tried olive oil because olive oil will get up underneath a lot of things. And so then when it's hot, you can scrape it off, but it's just like layer after layer after layer of hot water. It's a total disaster. I'm gonna have to buy special stuff just to work with this beeswax. And I'm gonna try to, I thought it would just come off. But then once I did that, I just made a mess of it. So I'm gonna try getting a scraper and scraping off as much as possible. And then maybe even dipping this down in that big pot with hot water and trying to get it off that way. So, but I made a mess out of this one trying to do it with soap and water and bleach and then olive oil. Anyway, so that's your downfall with working with beeswax is, I swear I've got beeswax off of stuff before, but this stuff, this local Sand Mountain beeswax is insidious and it don't want to come off. So anyway, I'm working on the problem. I'm gonna get the wax off, but know that it's difficult. Use as few amount of utensils and whatnot as possible, and then you can get it off. All right. Thank you for using my Essential Depot Lake. Thank you for watching my commercials. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking my video. Oh, please like the video. It helps out. All right. Thanks, everybody. Oh, and if you want to learn how to make homemade soap, get on my channel. You can find out how. Or you can go to www.kimberlymcnutt.com. That's Kimberly McNutt, MCNUTT. And you can go to my Soapers resource page. And if you want to buy soap from me, you can go to www.essential-soaps.com. Bye, everybody.